I belong to the first generation of mothers in all the history of mothers who makes a practice of burdening 12-year-olds with a sophisticated electronic device that costs as much as 2 car payments, is roughly the size of a Hershey bar, and which can be as easily broken, lost, or stolen as a pair of sunglasses. And all of this in the name of connection. We want to be able to reach our kids, and we have a love-hate relationship with cell phone attachment. An older woman and mother, who I respect, once gave me this stern advisory. Never text your children, she said, and do not allow them to text you. She declared that texting is the furthest thing from a language of love. And furthermore, she was emphatic on this point, after a certain age, it's hard enough to get eye contact and real communication with your children. So the worst thing a mother can do is, she said, is to discourage eye contact and real communication by giving them an easy way to avoid it. She seemed to have a point. And though I respected her conviction, I'm afraid I couldn't agree, because my own experiments in mother-child texting and connecting were already well underway. I'd be a liar, though, if I said that all or even most of our text messages have been catalysts for family bonding. Most of them are about basic life management, so their primary value is utilitarian. But texting, for me, has been another delightful, powerful, and private space where momming happens. And that helps to keep the wheels on the family train. For example, ding, Mom, I need lunch money, like last week. So now I need 2 weeks of lunch money. Ding, also I need a ride. Ding, never mind, I got a ride. And at home later that night, the same kid is texting me from the bathroom. Ding, I accidentally left my backpack with my ride. This sort of thing isn't unusual. Sooner or later, most kids will forget their backpack, or their lunch, or baseball cleats, or a permission slip, or earbuds, or orthodontic elastics, or a cello, or pants. True story. These things happen. Kids have a lot of stuff to remember. One time, my kids forgot that they dropped me off at the airport. Ding. Can you bring me some TP? I'm in the upstairs bathroom. I replied, I'd love to, sweetie, but I'm in Chicago. I'm not afraid that electronics are beginning to displace our household humanity. In fact, they may be fostering it. One morning, my oldest son was able to quietly text me with a serious concern in the very moment that the concern arose, which avoided a full-scale meltdown just as we were all trying to get out the door. Ding, Mom, he's wearing my underpants again, but I'm gonna let you handle it this time. Texting can be a boon to household management for any mother. Errands, for instance, were revolutionized once the boys could communicate with me on the fly to notify me of a forgotten item or a staple that was running low. One time, an item needed to be completely replaced in just the time it took me to drive from the house to the store. Ding, Mom, we're totally out of milk. Reply, no, we're not. There was a full gallon when I left 10 minutes ago. Ding, yeah, but Scott left it out and then Tate used it last and I said to put it back like 10 times and when he finally did, he dropped it. So now we're totally out of milk. Reply, surely you guys cleaned that up. Ding, sort of. Then a moment later, ding, can you come home soon, please? The rug by the fridge is probably gonna stink. Ding, but first get more milk. Ding, pretty please. Other times I've had to read between the lines of a text to discern that what my son really needs is for his mom to be home. Call it maternal intuition. I cut my errands short the day I got this one. Ding, I'm just wondering where the matches are. I don't need them. When my husband and I were out on a date and the kids were evidently bored at home, our youngest decided to join us on our date via text. Ding, you're probably looking at a menu by now. What are you gonna get? Ding, are you gonna bring food home? I responded that he should go clean his room or go clean the bathroom, his choice. So he disappeared until dessert, when his boredom evidently resurfaced. Ding, I didn't clean anything yet. Ding, The cat has something stuck to her butt. Ding. Can we get a dog? Household errands and geographical distance aren't the only times that texting can be really useful, though. We often joke about texting a person who's in the same room with us, but it is an excellent way to relay information when it might be difficult or inappropriate to do so directly. More than once, it's been darn handy to get a message from a child who was standing less than 10 feet away. Ding. Mom, you keep calling him Zach, but it's Zeke. Ding. I'm pretty sure I accidentally ate something that was only for adults. Ding. Same kid. Just so you know, I feel like I'm going to throw up. One day, our oldest son, Scott, was driving home from a baseball game with his 13-year-old brother in the passenger seat when he called me with the question, "Hey, is Utah Valley Regional Hospital the one over by Provo High?" I told him yes, and I wanted to know why he was asking. He was breezy. "No reason. We'll be home in a little bit." And he hung up. Now, I should say, there had been a recent family discussion about my tendency to overreact, and I still assert that their descriptions and comic impressions of my behavior were entirely exaggerated. So this was an opportunity to prove that I was not an alarmist. But I needed more information than that. I considered calling the 13-year-old passenger to demand an explanation, but I knew that I would sound more freaky than breezy. So to keep it casual, I took a deep breath and I texted him instead. "Hey, buddy, what's up? Is everything okay?" Ding. Yep. Reply. "Are you guys on your way to the ER?" Ding. "No, we got here a couple minutes ago." Reply. "You're at the ER." Ding. "No, just the hospital." Okay, I'm keeping it calm. Reply. "Why? More info, please." Smiley face. Ding. "It's nothing. Tell you later. We got Jamba Juice too." Reply. "Why the hospital? You can't just drop that on me." Ding. "No one's hurt. Be home in a few." Okay. Reply. Caps. "Son, tell me why you are there." Ding. "Scott's just bringing a Jamba Juice to a friend." Reply. A patient or a friend who works there?" Ding. "I don't know where the friend works." Okay. Reply. "Son, I just need one answer. Who is in the hospital?" Ding. "Just Scott. I'm waiting in the car." I later learned 3 things. 1, the little brother had been instructed to dodge all of my questions, and he did a stellar job. 2, the mysterious visitee was a football teammate who had had surgery to mend a ruptured spleen. And 3, my boy was the one who ruptured said spleen during practice. Fortunately, surgery had gone well, and of course every player and every parent knows that to play is to risk injury, but after the spleen incident, healthy outcome notwithstanding, I was a little freaked out. I asked my son why he didn't just tell me about it. "Because I knew you'd probably freak out and go research it on the internet, and then you'd bake his mom a pie or something." "Freak out and bake a pie," he said. I told him that I was a little insulted. The truth was, in the last 10 seconds, I had already mentally inventoried my pantry to make sure I had everything to make a big basket of chocolate-dipped strawberries. But I also wanted to text his mom, because I don't believe that texting is the furthest thing from a language of love. No, with apologies to my well-meaning friend, with all that advice, I don't worry that we're avoiding real communication, or that texting is wrecking love or connection, or that it dilutes our household humanity. Most of us love too many real things. We love books and trees and dirt and salt water and strawberries and even football. That little Hershey bar-sized piece of technology in our kids' hands does have the power to create meaningful human connection. And connection is all any of us really wants. A few years ago, when my youngest was just old enough to have a cell phone, but still young enough that I wanted to tuck him into bed, I went into his room to do just that. I snuggled the blankets around him and I said, "Good night, baby bear. I love you." "I love you too, Mom." Then I said, "I love you more." He thought for a moment and replied, "That's probably true."